What's up, everybody? You're tuned in for everybody's favorite podcast. Well, at least my favorite podcast, Talk to Me. Now, this show is, yes, this is pre recorded, but this show is a little different because this is kind of going to be a part one. And then part two, I will do live, but I kind of just want to get my thoughts out without being interrupted. And also, too, I don't want this to be turned into something negative because I can kind of tell it will be, but hey, it is what it is. Today's show is actually inspired by a video that I seen. There was someone, and I will say the name, Yolanda the Great. Yolanda the Great. I had seen her video. It had popped on my timeline. And mind you, I'm not even subscribed to her. Like, we've had our back and forth and stuff like that. But I never did the whole don't recommend this channel or anything like that because she doesn't go live that much and she doesn't terrorize me as much as other people do. So I never had a need to do it. But she popped up and this was like her final video that she was doing, at least in this sector. But she was leaving the black tea sector and she's kind of tired of all the drama and stuff like that. And I just kind of wanted to give my 2 cents, even though nobody asked for it. But I would like to say, I think AT2 started the trend of people leaving the black tea sector because it was just Aaron who left. And now we have Yolanda. But let me tell you, and this is why it needs a longer conversation because it is tough being like not just a YouTuber, but it's tough to live your life so open and honestly. And no matter what I have to say about Yolanda or not, she lived her life open and honestly. She was one of the ones that put her shit out there so you couldn't use it against her. And there was conversation that we had, personally behind the scenes when we were cool. And what I remember from those early conversations was that she was about her business and she was about her husband and them working on whatever issues they had in the past and really building that foundation, that structure again. And I think just for her, and she didn't really go into detail of this, or maybe I missed it, but I think for her, she rather have her real life be real and straightforward than to worry about the internet. And I think with all the drama and how people will attack you, people will drag you, it takes a toll on you. It really does take a toll on you. And then you're focusing too much on the internet and not really what's going on in your personal life. So for her, she probably realized, like, okay, instead of me worrying about this internet shit, let me just worry about my family. Let me worry about my husband and getting shit together. So, I commend her for that. I think you have to take a step back sometimes and be all like, what am I really doing? What is this really all for? And I don't think Yolanda liked confrontation. I think she had to be confrontational because people were coming at her or she was involved in some drama, but I don't really think she liked it. And that's why I was like, this has to be a part two because I'll be honest, I don't really like confrontation, but because of the position and where I am, I have to fight back. I do. Now, some people be like, you should be above it. You shouldn't worry about this and that. No, 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 no. If somebody said something about me, I'm gonna say something back because some of y'all be talking too reckless. There is some things that I let go and let slide, but when it gets to a certain point, like for example, when you involve family and stuff like that, oh yeah, I have to clap back. I have to say something. But again, some people are able, no matter what you say about them, they're able to handle it. Some people don't care about being doxxed. Some people don't care about their job being called. Some people don't care about CPS being called on them. They will still be all like, okay, I don't care. What you gonna do next? And literally for me, like when it goes real life, that really does bother me. That affects me. And you have to get on this platform every day and pretend like it doesn't bother you. Someone trying to destroy your livelihood, that would bother anybody, right? And so I think somebody like Yolanda, it probably does bother her. And I'm not saying she's weak. I'm not saying she's a punk. Please don't get it misconstrued. I'm not saying that. But this shit will take a toll on you. and I could kind of tell that's probably what it was. Now, what's interesting is that I actually had a falling out with another content or content creator regarding Yolanda, and so it kind of like, huh, I had a whole falling out with another content creator, but maybe not that I regret it or anything like that, because I think the basis of why I had that falling out with the content creator, it still stands true today because they find they sell screwing me over at the end all the time. So it's not like I'm taking it back or anything like that. But it kind of made me think like, okay, well, maybe this other content creator and Yolanda made up because they probably had some kind of mutual understanding, or like, hey, we're going to squash whatever's going on. I hate carrying around this animosity or this hatred. And honestly, that's how I am too. I hate carrying around animosity or a hatred for somebody. I don't like carrying that around because I don't do that in real life. And I said this the other day, but only people on the internet hate me. In real life, people actually love me. I know. See, I don't consider myself a heel or like a bad guy or a villain. I consider myself a good person, like a baby face. Like, I don't consider myself like this mean, aggressive, angry person at all. But I can see for some people, I might be characterized as a villain, and then some people might see me as a good guy. So at the end of the day, I know for me, it's hard trying to be myself when sometimes the platform doesn't allow you to be yourself. I'm gonna repeat that one more time. It's hard being yourself when the platform doesn't allow you to be yourself. Now, I'll say for me, I'm pretty much the same person that you see on camera and that you see offline whenever I'm in my real life. But at the end of the day, I don't know how open or how vulnerable I can be because those things are used for content, unfortunately. It's all like, why is my struggles used for content? And hell, let me be honest. Do I use other people's struggle as content? Yes, I do. Yes, I definitely do. I just did it not too long ago. And did I feel good about it? No, but it gave me a little pleasure. I ain't gonna lie, it gave me a little pleasure. And sometimes you get into these things like in real life. I would never shit on somebody who's having a bad time. I would never do that. But on the internet, you're this different person. And so I feel like with Yolanda, she probably felt like, well, damn, this ain't really me. Like the internet's making me into this person or making me do things that I don't want to do. And then sometimes you just get tired of the same shit because let's be honest, in the black tea sector, they have some of the same storylines repeating over and over again. It's all like, come on now. We need some new characters, some new storylines, some new something because it's just ridiculous. And I think for me, um, and I still haven't divulged like the full reason why I was all like, I'm done with the black tea sector, but I think it was just about growth, if I can just be honest in general. And maybe she's in that era of, it's growth. um, I will say this, shout out to Yolanda. Whatever she chooses to do, I know that she's doing hair care. Whatever she chooses to do in the future, hopefully she will be successful at it. And no hard feelings, no nothing. And I don't think she'll probably even watch this video nor even care what I have to say, but hey, it is what it is. I know that Aaron also left the black tea sector. I know that had to do with his channel being terminated or whatnot, right? And what's interesting about that is that you see these people get online and like they're these tough people, like, oh yeah, I'll drag somebody and I'll do this, I'll do that. Can't nobody do shit to me and all this other stuff. But he was basically begging for his channel back. And granted, this is how I make my money. So if my channel goes, oh, you're gonna see me crying, flipping out, having a nervous breakdown and everything. Don't get me wrong, right? But somebody like him who portrays like this tough guy and like, oh, I'm a bad or a bad bitch or whatever he wants to be called, right? Someone who has this kind of characteristic, you wouldn't think that they would be literally groveling and begging for somebody to give them back their channel. And it was very weird, very weird. Um, I not that I felt a certain kind of way for it because, like I said, I would definitely feel if my channel got taken, I'd be like, "Oh shit, what am I gonna do?" But in another way, I'm all like that evilness and that venom that you put out there. And I'm not saying that Aaron should have his channel taken. I'm not saying that. Please don't get me wrong. But when you are not true to yourself and you are portraying like a character or a caricature of yourself, um, some people don't know what's real and what's not. And I think for him, seeing him in that vulnerable state where he was literally begging and he was willing to cut off his friends and stuff like that just to get his channel back. And it was just very weird because I was like, wait, who is this? Who is this person? I don't know that person. And it kind of, and more for me, it kind of, not redignified. Why do I want to say that? It confirmed for me, like, AT2, you made the right decision to separate yourself from him. I did have him blocked and stuff, like, I was blocking a lot of people in the black tea sector. Actually, everybody's unblocked. I did that. I think even on my backup channel, I unblocked everybody. But for me, I was just all like, okay, I just need to take a step back and kind of just walk away from everybody because I just didn't like some of the things that were said to me and how I was treated and how I wasn't respected. And so go where you're appreciated and not where you're tolerated. That's really my main message. So, yeah, like I said, I have a little bit more to say. So, this is going to be just part one of episode 9, but there's going to be some more stuff that I'm going to talk about, and we're actually going to go live with it. So, it will be a live show. But I love y'all for watching. Thank y'all for hanging with me. But we out. Come back for part 2.